I just wanted to come on and share a little bit about balance. If we're just working on thinking positive and then envisioning the things that we want for our life and imagining and having creative processes, being caring and loving to other people, but then we don't actually take action, okay? Act assertively to implement those things in the world, we're really not going to achieve any. We're not. Positive thinking is very helpful, but it doesn't accomplish things like it's sometimes talked about doing. Okay. It can help get us balanced and more directed if we're on the other side of being pessimistic or having trouble connecting with options, which happens when we're stressed because our sympathetic nervous system narrows our focus to a very small band. And it makes it because it's a survival mechanism. So you can study that. Okay. When we're stressed, no matter what the stress is originating from, whether it's work, whether it's study, whether it's social conflict, whether it's political conflict, whether it's religious conflict, whether it's war, whether it's just an argument with our spouse or our loved one, when we're stressed, our mind narrows its focus. So we're actually not capable of seeing the big picture. We are literally not capable of zooming out and looking at the big picture, entertaining other perspectives, okay, which makes it extremely challenging to be effective in this world where really nothing is black and white, right? Nothing is black and white. There are always, it depends, okay? So we can say this is true most of the time, but it depends. Because there is nothing in this world that is that black and white, although black and white makes us comfortable. Training ourselves not to give in to our negative talk helps us to get out of that hyper-focused survival mode, okay, where we are so tuned into one particular perspective that we're really not capable of entertaining other perspectives. When we're less stressed, our mind functions better. We're able to look at different perspectives. We're able to, even if we choose not to believe something different, we're able to understand how somebody else might see things differently because we're all different people. We're all different people. And one of the things that is going on, I mean, quite frankly, it's been going on for 12 years, right? There's a lot of conflict that we can see going on around us in the world, in our social situation right now, in our political situation right now, which triggers people. Sometimes that word even just triggers people right now, right? Like we kind of tighten up when we hear things because it's uncomfortable when we're in this fight, flight, or freeze mode. And kind of collectively right now, a lot of us are in fight, flight, or freeze. And we're operating from that way in a lot of different ways. I actually woke up this morning at 5:30 thinking about things, right? I was thinking about things that I saw on Facebook, right? That happens to all of us right now, if you're on Facebook, right? And it just is, it's making me sad a little bit, the way that people are behaving towards each other and the myopic focus that we're having. There's this tendency, especially when we're stressed, to globalize things. So we'll latch on to one idea that is applicable to a certain situation, like maybe even a very, very narrow set of circumstances. And then we will globalize that to apply to everything. So, how does this happen in just regular everyday life? Maybe your spouse says something to you, or you say something to your spouse about it's like a comment addressed at one particular behavior or something that happened. And then either you or they globalize that. Oh, I'm never good enough, or I always bother you. We take this one little narrow thing and then we globalize it to situations that it doesn't even apply to. That's a process that's happening in our mind. And so we have to be aware of the ways that we're doing that and the ways that they're not helping us, especially right now, because I'm here to tell you things are going to get worse. They're going to get better before they get worse. And so we need to prepare ourselves to be prepared to navigate that. And I'm not here to tell you what or how to behave, except to be kind. Okay. You need to choose for yourself what you feel in your heart for your own self. What is correct? Okay. What is right? What is compassionate? What is helping people? And then you need to act in a way that aligns with that in the best way that you possibly can. We're all going to make mistakes, and that's totally fine. But right now, the best thing that we can do for each other is to try to remain centered and compassionate and understanding and be active in directing the places that we're allowing your mind to go, because we allow our mind to go determines how we treat other people. This also determines the quality of our life, right? So if we're getting wound up in stories that are not helping us, that are bringing turmoil, suffering, stress, then we're really not able to be effective in the world, and we're not able to actually do the things that are really important to us. Okay. Just try to pay attention to where you're imbalanced. So if you're getting hyper mental, okay, then maybe try to just center in your heart and just feel your body. You've done a practice like that, right? Where you just connect with your physical body. There's a reason that we have these different practices that I'm giving you. Okay. Connecting with your physical body brings you into the present moment. So it helps to bring you out of stories.